let's get started. I'm a little jaded. So many people might be saying, "What's all this guy do is complain about stuff?" Well, yeah, yeah, I do. But only stuff that pisses me off, and I have to vent about it. And you know what? I'm sure it's stuff that pisses you off too. And I'll tell you what pissed me off lately. Does anybody know how to drive? Not just drive. People in general just don't know how to drive. They're stupid or they're preoccupied. It used to be, girls putting on makeup, somebody smoking a joint, dropping it on the floor. I wouldn't know anything about that. And honestly, I did participate in high school and college, but I haven't with the Chiba, oh my goodness, for about 35 years. I'm almost thinking about taking it up again, though. It's becoming pretty popular. Who knows? It's probably better grade than I used to do. In high school, we were saying, oh, the paraquat scare. I mean, planes are flying over the plants and blah, 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 and whatever. That's not what I want to talk about, though. So let's get off of that. Talking about people don't know how to drive. People are stupid. And let's start off with this right on red. Does everybody know, at least in Ohio, I'm going to guess it's everywhere. I mean, do your research if you want. Right on red. Okay, you come to a stoplight, and it's red. You look. You look again. And then you go, if it's clear. Coast is clear. That's right on red. I do know when they implemented that rule, though. 1973. So let's see. 83, 93, 2000, 2013, 40. Going on 44 years and morons still don't know that they can turn right on red. How many times are you sitting behind that asswipe in front of you that you're like, it's right on red? I mean, how many times? Just about every day, right? Okay. That's just one little thing. Forget the right on red. This is the bigger pet peeve to me. Will you get off my ass already? Get off of my ass. Boy, does that piss me off. I mean, it makes you mad. You hear a road rage. I want to stop the car, get out, go up to the car and strangle the person. Sounds crazy, but it makes you nervous. It makes you almost crash your car because you're looking in the friggin' rearview mirror 1,000 times. You're going, why is there no one on the road? I'm doing the speed limit. Say on a country road, you're doing like 40, 45. And there's somebody like one car length behind you. If you had a brake for any reason, they're going to hit you. And they're going to hit you for sure anyhow because they're probably some moron doing something like they're on their cell phone, which about 90% of people are because they're stupid or texting, whatever. And that's a fact. Now dig this. Nobody putting makeup on, nobody dropping joints on the floor and bending over like my little analogies were there. Nobody doing nothing. Just a good old driver that's an idiot and one car length behind you and not doing anything stupid and, following the rules of the road. Okay. What do you think? You're Joe Fast with the old, your reflexes? You think you're Taekwondo over here? Charlie Chimichang, whatever the hell. No. Somebody's one car length behind you doing 40, 45. A friggin' rabbit could run across the road on a country road. Your initial thing is, holy cow, and you hit the brakes and you usually swerve a little bit. Well, that moron behind you is going to hit you. And he might kill you. Or she might kill you. Or they might get killed. Whatever. Can't you give me some proper length? I'm not kidding you. I'm not making this up. It just about happens to me every day. 3 days ago, I was on the freeway, And I'm doing like 65. I'm like, okay, what's the speed limit here? 60. I can do 65, 69, press a little bit. There's this moron behind me. I mean, they are right on my ass. I mean, they couldn't have been more than a car. Like, I couldn't even see their front bumper. I was getting pissed. I was getting pissed. Now, I didn't want to flip them off. Hey, you son of a bitch, or whatever, you know. I think I moved over into the other lane, and I gave him kind of a smug look. But, man, I hate that more than anything. But I'll tell you what I have done. You know, they say road rage, and I can see how people get enraged on the road. You know, it's crazy. They get out and shoot people. I mean, we're not hoping for any of that. But I can see how it pisses people off because it not only frightens you, it threatens you. We're driving around in 2,000-pound pieces of steel. Well, now it's plastic and glass and crap like that. I mean, it is silly. So I was saying 3 days ago, I'm on a freeway. But just yesterday, I'm not kidding you, I'm on a road, and it's like it's an off-road. Let's call it a country road. I mean, it's a off-city road. I think it was 45 miles an hour. And there's this chick behind me. And I don't want to say that girls are crappier drivers than guys or they're more distracted, but it seems to me, this is just my opinion, that younger kids in general are abusers of this. And I hate to say it, but for me, it's younger girls a lot of the times. And that don't freak out. I'm just saying for me, younger girls. And I know they're on their cell phones and stuff because you look in your rear view and they're right up your ass, but their head's looking down because they're playing with their phone. At least you think they are. I would imagine they are. Okay. Well, this was it was yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. And I'm doing about 45. And this chick's, I mean, she is on my ass. So I did this, and I've done this before, and I probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't even say it, but, I sped up a little bit to get like a 2 car lengths instead of her bumper being on my ass, my actual ass in the car, her bumper. Get up about 2 car lengths. I look in the rear view, because I'm a good driver. I mean, I'm a pretty good driver. And I hit my brakes real fast, just for a second, and then I speed up so she won't hit me. But I hit my brakes, oh my God, the chick swerves, and she goes, ah! She freaked out, which just goes to show she was like alarmed. Like she couldn't, if I didn't hit my brakes and then speed up, she would have hit me. And that's an old gig too. I've heard of criminals that have done that. They hit their brakes, they slam on their brakes, people run in behind them, and then they sue them. Hate to give you that information, but I've heard that several times. And you can ask lawyers. I'm sure it's common practice that people do this, bust outs that are looking for scratch and being devious. But it happens. Trust me, it happens. Got off on a little bit of a kick there. But, so that's what I did, and I probably shouldn't have did it. But like I said before, say I'm on that road and I'm not being a pissed off guy and saying, you better get off my ass, Get off of my ass. So I did do what I did, and I probably shouldn't have, but I don't care. I'm just telling you what I did, and I've done it before, too. And, I'm smart enough to know I'm not putting anybody in harm's way for the most part, to make sure nobody's on the road in front of me, behind me, or whatever, behind the morons, behind the people that's up my ass. And I know how to control the car. Brakes, boom, and then kind of floor it and get ahead so nothing can happen anyhow. And don't give me this crap, what if something does? Well, too bad, then you shouldn't have been up my ass in the first place. Okay? You idiots that might have something to say like that, just don't. Just listen to my story. I'm trying to educate you here, okay? So anyhow, like I said, if you're on the country road and there's no one around, you're a good driver, and a groundhog, a rabbit, a skunk, or whatever. Now dig this. That'll never happen. Bull crap. And let me tell you this, and this is no kidding. I've hit 3 deers in the last 2 years. 3 deers. They all lived, and I felt bad too, but big deers. And I mean, in 3 SUVs. And that's the truth. Different vehicles, because I'm a car dealer. I should have probably never told you that. You're like, oh, this guy's a thief. No, I'm not. But anyhow, 3 deers in like a year and a half. And usually in the colder months of the year, they're rutting or whatever, run out, boom. And I really totaled out 3 vehicles. Smash a side on one. One was a Lexus, one was a Blazer, and one was a Saab sport utility. And let me tell you something. Things run out in the middle of the road. Daytime. It doesn't have to be dusk. Whatever. How many times are you driving down the road at night? It mostly happens at night, though. And you see one of those dumbass blind possums or whatever. You know, and they're stupid. They go down the road, you look, their eyes are red. You know, big white ball, like, and their eyes are red, and they're looking at you like, don't hit me, I can't see. And you're like, oh, shit! And you're swerving or whatever. You've seen those things. You've seen countless raccoons, skunks. Man, you don't want to hit them because you always think, oh, what if it goes up in the wheel? Well, my car will stink for a week, blah, 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 whatever. But, I mean, we've all probably hit, like, some kind of rodent, a squirrel, and you always feel bad. And it happens so fast. You know, you're driving, la, da, 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 da. Even if you're paying attention. Whoa! Boom, boom, boom. When you hear the boom, 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 you know it ain't good. Because you're in something that weighs a couple 1,000 pounds, and that poor little squirrel, he was just trying to cross the road to get his nuts. And now he has no nuts, literally. But anyhow, and we've hit, you know, birds flying. You go, oh, you know, and you freak out, and sometimes it hits the front of the car, and it flies over the windshield, and you see, and you go, what was that? I wonder if that thing lived. And you always feel bad, too. You kind of go, oh, no, you know. You always, sometimes you stop and look, or you go, oh, God, please don't. I hope I didn't kill it. Better him than me. No, kidding. Kidding! Animal activists or whatever, kidding. But you get my point. I went off on a little bit of a rant. I always do because I like to make it simple and fun and fun. But the fact is, would you learn how to drive? And would you get off of my ass and everybody else's ass? I'm going to teach you a little lesson. I'm going to give you a little something to think about, let's say. Not teach you a lesson because you're a moron if you drive like that. But I'm going to give you something to think about. Cars, when you're going about 40, 45 miles an hour, the reaction time when you're one car length away from somebody is like a second. And like I said, nobody's that fast. Maybe a professional race car driver doing 190 miles an hour, they're good. But not you 15-year-old girl or 16-year-old girl or boy that just got their license, and you're in a big hurry, or you're on your cell phone, or you're putting your makeup on, or you're smoking pot, or you're doing whatever the hell you're doing, or you got 4 friends in the car and you're listening to some crap on the radio going and not paying attention, and you could get killed. So be careful. And if you see me, don't come close to my car, because I might get out and give you a head slap, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? I really might. And in my younger day, I did on several occasions. Not girls, though, mostly guys. I'd get out and I'd be like, you know what, man, hey, you know. But today, you never know. You don't know who's, you know, carrying a piece or whatever. These people are nutty. You might come up to their car and they'll shoot you in the foot. And then you got to go back to the car and you got to drive, and your foot's bleeding and you're driving, and they're still tailgating you. Ooh, it's terrible. They might tailgate you all the way to the hospital, for crying out loud. Huh. Isn't that a crappy thought? Oh, anyhow. But anyhow, back to you're going 45 and, you know, 1 second you got. So as a general rule, you're not getting anywhere any faster. Didn't your dad, mom, or used to tell you that? You're not going to get there any sooner. And by rights, God bless them, our parents. I wish mine were around. I miss them and I love them. They were so right. You might get there faster, like about by 5 seconds. And what the hell, in the big scheme of things, does that 5 seconds really make any difference? Your life or 5 seconds? Your life or 5 seconds? I'm slowing it down for you now, kitty poopas, so you can understand this. And all you older people, too, that are morons that like to tailgate because you think you're going somewhere faster and you're not. You're stupid. Anyhow, I gave the one analogy. This is the third time I said it, I know, because I keep getting off on a little rant there about the going about 45, you got 1 second. So here's the thing. When you're on a clear road like that, lay back, baby. 3 to 5 car lengths. It's safe. And then you could do whatever you were doing. You could talk on your phone, which you shouldn't be. You could text, which you shouldn't be. And you could even scratch your ass, which you shouldn't be. But you're not going to piss me off in front of you. And you're not going to put me in danger in front of you. and your own self and whoever's in your car or truck, SUV, whatever the hell. Okay. The other thing, let's add weather conditions, and just so you know, because you got to kind of be ready for everything, because you're a tailgater and you're stupid. And you might risk the idea that if you don't get in an accident, I may very well get out and kick your ass in the middle of the road. Can you dig it? Wow. Anyhow, if it's snowing, and you're certainly not getting anywhere any faster, then back off about 5-6 car lengths, because the car slides, and things happen, and you can't control it, and cars can slide 5-6 car lengths in about 2 seconds. And for you tailgaters on the freeway, it's even faster, baby, like the moron 3 days ago when I was on the freeway that was right up my rear end. I'm going 65. How long is it? Boom! See how fast that was? That's how fast that if I have to stop, you're going to hit me. You see what I'm saying? I think I've explained this thoroughly. So, God, can you become better drivers, for crying out loud? It's bad enough there's a bunch of idiot drunks that go out on the road, or people on the crack pipe, or smoking about 12 doobs, or whatever the hell they're doing, shooting up the heroin, or whatever, you know what I mean? Nodding out with the heroin, nodding out, and trying to drive a car, really? It's bad enough you got to watch out for these morons on the road. Then a regular driver that should know what they're doing, but they're a dumbass because they're texting or they're on the cell phone doing things that just morons do when you're supposed to be operating a 2,000-pound piece of machinery that's going 50, 60, 70 miles an hour. Okay? Okay. All right, I'm glad I got that out. And I really wanted to talk about that. I really did, because, man, that pisses me off more than anything. Really. And you know what? Here's the thing. You might go, well, you know what? You did. No, I don't. I drive safely. Hey, I speed like everybody else. I've got tickets like everybody else. You know, you go, oh, shit, man. Here comes the car. Oh, God, I hope he doesn't. Sometimes you get a ticket, sometimes you don't. It's kind of like potluck. You know what I mean? Hey, but what are the police doing? They're just doing their job. They're enforcing the laws. Just like I'm telling you my opinion and hope that it goes through your stupid head and resonates. If you're a somebody that you know, goes up somebody's bumper and rides their ass, you know, cops got to do their job. They're trying to make the streets safer, and you know, they're enforcing. We're pissed, but most of the time, if you get a ticket, you were speeding, you were breaking the law, and we're a country of laws, and that's just how it is. Doesn't piss me off with the cops, so of course I try to go, I was going how fast, officer? Well, my wife, hang on a second. Yeah, my wife is having triplets at the hospital now, and I'm sorry I can't say she was, you know, the hospital call. She was on my phone because I don't have my phone with me because I had it at home and my dog pissed on it and it's broke, and I just ran out real quick and I was doing what? 85 and a 25. Hey, boy. Hey, is there any way? Oh, just give me the ticket. Yikes. That's $250. Anyhow, again, I got off on a rant. But do the right thing, learn how to drive, and don't be an idiot, okay? Because all you do is you piss people off. And it's a danger. You know, pissing people off's one thing. Putting people's lives at risk, including your own, that evidently you don't give a shit about, is something else. Oh, yeah. Now, before I go, I got one more thing. You know, I think, you know, I was a kid, I used to go to Cedar Point, Sandusky, Ohio. You know, and they had those bumper cars. Now they got loop-diddy-loop, coop-diddy-doo, zippity-doo-dah-day, and all that other crap. You go upside down, you're laying on another person, it flips around, goes 700 miles an hour, shoots you into the pavement, up, out, to the moon, back, over there, around 7 times in a circle, down through some water, over the yellow brick road, bing-diddy-bong-bong, to Grandma's, to Little Red Riding Hood's in the woods, and over there and back. But when I was a kid, they had those bumper cars, and they might still have them. You know, they got the little thing that goes up. It's electric on the top. I don't know if they even have that anymore. You know, made a lot of noise. But you're in there, and they were kind of fun because you'd ram into them. Parents didn't like them too much. They're like, oh, geez, I got to go on these. My back. Hey, hey. But kids liked them because they used to ram into their friends and all that. That's what I think. There's my point. I think they should put those big bumpers on every car in America. In case you morons weren't listening and you're still going to get on my ass or anybody else's ass. You're going to tailgate it, baby. You're going to be right in there. Have big bumpers. And boom, you could bump each other. You can kind of hit each other. So if I slam on my brakes, boom, you just get a little jolt. Nobody gets hurt. Is that an idea? Cars would look really dumb. And we probably wouldn't like that, but that'd be safe, wouldn't it? Why don't the car industry do another brilliant idea? And if anybody does that, I said it here first, you better remember me, or I'm going to be pissed. If I'm on the freeway and I see some guy with a big 2-foot bumper, well, I'd have to have one too, wouldn't I? Well, whatever. But if I saw that, I'm going to be pissed. I am. I might pull him over and just go, where'd you get that big bumper, man? Where did you get that big bumper? Did someone tell you about that? Was it me? Lapo T? One of my rants? Anyhow, it was kind of fun today. I had fun with that. I was pissed at first. I was pissed. Ranting, raving, tailgating, people up my ass. I feel better, though, until I go out and get in my car and drive around, and I get another moron that does that. Then I have to decide what to do. What should I do? Let's just hope I do the right thing. And let's hope you do the right thing, too, when you have a moron tailgating you and up your ass. Okay. Catch you later, man. Have fun. Drive safe.